Field. Got support from Randell and from Solihull, and now Randell will try and turn. He goes down, but that wasn't ever realistically going to be a penalty. Now Maycock could be away towards the left-hand side, and he is in front of Winter here. He's got Rooney to his inside if he can find the ball, and he has. Defender in front of him, but Rooney will shoot just wide.
Superb break from the Moors. Ben, I was just about to say to you, Torquay really throw players forwards when they're attacking, and Moors picked up the ball in their own half there, and they broke superbly quickly. And Rooney, when he gets the ball in those areas, you think he's going to put it away, but that's a sighter.
Gleeson with a quick free kick. Now Sabara out to Cox on the right-hand side. Maycock is in good space inside, but it comes to Rooney instead, who tees it up for Maycock, and Maycock almost just kind of pokes it in, or looking to poke it in, just over the top of the crossbar in the end. But I think McDonald was rather rooted to his line there. Wouldn't be able to do much if Maycock had found that far corner.
Yeah, Moore's starting to really pile on the pressure now. That's two massive chances for them. Damson Park's in at the moment. I know it hasn't had much football played on it, but you can see why Jimmy Sham would want them to play out on this kind of surface. It's when you're going away to some of the other teams, which maybe... Sorry, Ben.
Could be a chance, yeah, as Randell gets the ball as it was cleared in a rather loose manner. And penalty potentially given. Oh, that looks harsh to me. The ball really just came off of the inside of Hawkins' arm. I guess it's one of those. It was slightly out, but it's really, really harsh from my judgment.
Yeah, I think that was handball, to be honest. It's definitely hit his arm, and he's moved it slightly, ever so slightly towards the ball, in my opinion.
It's one of those, isn't it, where Hawkins he's not exactly put his arm fully out, but I guess he's put it out far enough that if it hits his arm, then he doesn't really have enough of an argument for the penalty not to be given. I guess that's the referee's reasoning there.
Yeah. He's moved his arm slightly towards it, and it's hit it. Hopefully Boot can do something for us here.
Well, it was his 50th clean sheet on Saturday. Can he make a save here? He cannot. Solihull puts the league leaders in front here at the SportNation.bet Stadium, and for Hall, I believe it's his 11th goal of the season so far. He's got some 6 in the league. That, of course, is his 7th. It is indeed. Danny Wright, of course, is the actual top scorer in the league with 8, but he, of course, the former Moore, out with a long-term injury. But Hall, the top scorer involved in today's team, has put Torquay ahead from the spot. Gleeson is available short if Cranston wants to go that way, but it looks like this one is heading towards the area. And it is. Hawkins closest to it. It's headed down in towards Maycock. Can Cots get towards it at the back post? Not quite. It is cleared away. Storer looking to race onto it ahead of Waters.
I think that was Gudger with the flick on. It was a great flick on into a really dangerous area there, Ben.
The way of the Moors, and now racing onto it appeared to be Whitfield, but that was a good challenge there from Nathan Cameron. Now Cranston in loads of space in front of him now. Solihull trying to race back. Rooney and Maycock in the box. It comes towards Rooney. It's headed away, but only as far as Storer towards the right. Will he give it to Cox on the outside? He'll get across it himself. He'll go for it himself. Now here's Maycock. Needs some help. Gets it from Sabara, had a bit of space and now shapes up a strike, and just wide from Joe Sabara.
Success, especially down the Moors' right-hand side to start with. That seems to have cut off a bit now. This is definitely a way in now with Sabara, who's still picking up those pockets. Here's Cranston.
Cranston's ahead of both of the markers this time. He's going to look to get across towards the back post, and Maycock was in the region, but go, isn't it? I mean, I was thinking a moment ago when we look back at the shot that Sabara had earlier and the way that Maycock held up the ball, it makes you think, God, the Moors almost missed Danny Wright on a night like this. Now a good ball coming in towards Sabara, and its first touch was just heavy, but Cranston doing a good job there of getting out of the way of the clearance. So Hawkins, Rooney, Gudger, Maycock all lined up right on the goal line. It goes in towards Rooney. Now Storer can strike, but it's blocked. Now Gleeson will fire from range, and Maycock almost got a foot on it in the end. Just looking to really kind of steer it home, but couldn't quite do so for a good portion Cranston looks to get a long ball through towards Rooney, and the flick on from Andrews isn't forward, it's backwards, and now Rooney has a chance to get a cross away, but it is blocked there by Lewis. Superb work there to make up the distance on Rooney and get that cross blocked. Maybe a Hudlin, although at the moment it's actually Hudlin who's lined up towards the near post. Ball going towards him, it is headed away, it goes down towards Sabara, and this shot's blocked, but now can Maycock find space? No, he can't, Cranston can't either, and it is over the bar.
Keeper, and he's playing that number 8. So that leaves Sparrow now free in that number 10, and he got in the position again.
And Cameron Cox had a great header there and forced I think that was Lewis there into some trouble at the corner of the penalty area, and they're all going to come rushing in. Rooney leads the pack, but it's going to come right towards the goal mouth in the end. Is collected by Ryan Bood at the near post. Now Maycock gets a chance to set up a counter-attack. He's in a bit of space to work with initially. Threads the ball through towards Rooney. Sabara and Cox making a run, and he goes to outside right. Now here's Cox. Will he take on Whitfield? He'll make a grit himself, then flick on by Maycock. Is half headed away, comes back the way of Maycock. Now Storer. Gudger could have space for a cross, but he's got Cranston free as well. And now here comes the ball into the box. Could bounce for Sabara. Now Rooney just not quite reaching him in the right place. And now a scramble as Rooney tries to hit it, but it's cleared away by Andrews. Now back with Cranston, going low, looking again for Sabara, and then a mix-up between two Torquay players. Now here's Cox and Lewis getting it away, and that looked like a corner. Yeah, I agree.
That was a corner.
Yeah, it looked like the Torquay defender caught the ball, and then there was a collision with Cox there. But I think there were two noises, and I think obviously the referee must have gone by noise rather than sight there, because it looked pretty clearly a corner from our perspective. Maycock, can he follow up there against Randell? Ball is coming our way.
On your heads, Ben, on your heads.
Does.
Did you get onto that?
I got a piece of it. It got just the left edge of my left hand got it. You might be getting the chance to return to play with Solihull Moors women later on in March, as Cox here would just look to thread a ball through towards Hudlin, and the wind definitely took the ball away from Hudlin's range there.
You know, the stop-start effect of the season. Teams will probably come into after the break losing players, and to relegate on the back of that for me would be extremely harsh.
Yeah, it would be indeed. There could be an opportunity here for Cameron Cox. He gets inside of Jake Andrews, and just unfortunate there as he tried to get Rooney away, and the ball was just ever so slightly beyond him. I think it's Ben Usher-Shipway who might be getting ready to come on potentially. Has spent some time on loan with Russell Olympic this season. It'll be good to see him. He looked really, really good in the pre-season game against Coventry City. But the Moors at the moment looking pretty good on this particular attack, as Hudlin takes the ball from Cranston. Cranston was looking to go on the overlap there. Ends up back on the right with Cox, but good pressing off the ball from Torquay results in them winning the ball back courtesy of a slight misjudgment from Cranston. And now could Waters be in? He's got Cameron to take on, and he does take him on, and he's slotted it through. And that is great play there from Waters, just waiting for Cameron to commit himself to the challenge, and then looking to turn inside and then slot it home. But you've got to admire the composure on the finish as well, just getting it just agonisingly out of Ryan Boot's reach. And really, that's harsh on the Moors, because it felt like a pretty even game, and then suddenly as we reach basically just over the hour mark, it's now, you feel that could be game over. They're playing well enough to really warrant a goal, and then if they can get one in the next few moments, they could put some pressure on, as here now is the new man, Ben Usher-Shipway, and it looks like Cameron Cox has made way, and here is Usher-Shipway getting onto the ball, looking to get across in towards Sabara, and it's just too close, and I mean just to the goalkeeper there. Here it's almost, for the first time really this season, the opposite of that. There's almost too much urgency. The Moors have been playing well and really getting themselves involved in the final third, as Usher-Shipway there with a good turn in the midfield, getting the ball in towards Rooney, and now gets it back on the byline and plays it back nicely for Storer there. Maycock letting it run for Gudger. Almost just running into Connor Lemonhay-Evans there. Good pressing there from Torquay's number 7 and getting Waters away on a counter-attack, and it's 3-on-3, but there's a collision there and it actually goes in the Moore's favour. I'm not too sure what either player did wrong there, to be honest. I was dreading a potential red card there for a last man, but
yeah, I thought, to be honest, I thought the ref had given it to Torquay, and I thought that was quite harsh. It did look 50-50 to me. I think
yeah, it looked like they just simply collided with each other.
And just lost balance. But
yeah, very odd one, but the Moors, I suppose, will be happy with the outcome. Storer now has it towards the right-hand side, and now here's Joe Sabara. Once again, they let him work in space. I guess there's a little bit less risk at 2-0 up now, but it goes in towards Hudlin, and it's a header. Oh, just narrowly wide there from Hudlin. I thought that might just creep off of the post maybe and in. Once again escaped, but that was a nice ball there. It was inviting for Hudlin, and Hudlin actually did a good job there because it was one of those where he wasn't really as over the defender as he perhaps would have wanted to be. It just, see, I'm actually surprised you said that, just because I recall a comment in pre-season from Jimmy Shan. Sabara racing onto a ball there. Is Rooney onside and almost an own goal in the end. If anything, that was Lewis there almost had to become a bad striker there, didn't he? Head it at the goalkeeper, not away from him. He did a good job of it. Once again lining up at the near post. Cameron coming forward. So too is Halkins and Gudger. So they're all forward. And here it comes right into the goal mouth. And it was headed backwards by a Torquay defender there. Scrambled away. Storer trying to get it out to the left with Cranston. He's got 2 Torquay players on him. He'll do well to do anything with that. And he gets away from Randell. I'm surprised that wasn't a push there, but now a chance for a cross in towards Hudlin. It's headed away well there, I believe, by
that wasn't a head injury.
Yeah, it's not an injury, is it? The Moors did this on Saturday, and the Weymouth commentators called them out for it. And now the same thing is going to happen here. It didn't look like there was that much.
It's gone down,
contact,
and the goalkeeper's told him to hold his head, and then the ref's blown it.
Yeah. And now Ben Oshishipwe, if his first drone was anything to go by, he could probably get it into the box from Birmingham Airport. Here it comes, going in towards Hudlin. It bounces around and off the crossbar. I think
handball again.
It could be a handball. I think that was Justin Donowa. It was basically a bicycle kick from point blank range and hitting the crossbar, and then appeals for a handball turned away as the Moors look to get back into it here at the SportNation.bet Stadium.
To be honest, I thought the first one was handball, and then obviously Moors hit the bar, so fair enough if the referees played advantage there, but the second one certainly was 2 hands up in the air. It could easily be a draw at the moment, couldn't it, Ben?
Oshishipwe with a long throw from the left, and Halkins looking to win it, comes towards Storer, and
again,
there was a second noise there, so I thought I heard a deflection, but it goes just wide, Dave.
Yeah.
We might have the space for a cross, and it goes in towards Sabara there. I think the wind took it away from the penalty area just slightly. In the end, wins it all. Good challenge there by Donowa. Could bring Maycock into position to strike, and it could bounce for Donowa. Can he get it across the area? And great save there. I'm not sure he knew too much about where he was. I think he was going down to react to what he thought would be a cross. The factor, it just died down slightly there, and he was able to make that call. Clearance is just about won by Gudger. Now Halkins playing long, looking to get Hudlin in possibly, and Hudlin is away and he heads it towards goal.
I think the goalkeeper's got to be off if he's already booked here.
Yeah, well, precisely that. Yeah, he got booked a moment ago, so presumably there he's going to get booked for doing almost a Harold Schumacher.
If he did
Hudlin
get booked
there
for kicking the ball away earlier, then he's got to have a second yellow there. And that happens anywhere else in the pitch with any other 2 players. You're getting booked, aren't you?
The Moors have been...
I think he's off.
There it is. Yeah, there is the second yellow. Finally, it took a while. And judging by Carl Storer's reaction there, I was thinking it might not come at all. But
well, if the ref had dealt with it a little bit quicker, then Storer wouldn't have had a yellow card, would he?
Really seems like he wants to just blast this as well. Oh, here it comes, and it's into the wall. Such Shipway can get one right into the box, and Cranston wanted it, but it's going to go into the area. Howkins to a flick on towards Gudrun in, and there is the lifeline.
That was the bit of luck we were talking about, Ben, just having that bounce in the box, go into a Moors player rather than a Torquay one to clear. And this is a big 4 or 5 minutes, must be 4 or 5 minutes left.
We'll see. If only you could put the board up for stoppage time in stoppage time, and then we'd know how long's left. But we're just going to have to play it by ear here as Boot with a long ball away. It's coming towards Hudlin. It's headed off of Lewis there. It went out towards the left side, and Donovan was in contention to win it. Now Cranston will steer it forward. Hudlin will flick it on, looking for Howkins, who's basically a fifth striker here. Make up to the left-hand side now, trying to get around Evans and Buse as the last touch come off of the Torquay man. No, it's actually stayed in. Now Gudger. Storer in the middle has acres of space. They're all just going to sit off of him and park the bus here. Storer will try and strike, and now Maycock trying to keep it alive, and then gets up, twists and turns, and gets it outside to Cranston. Cross coming in towards Howkins. There's Sabara, and it's... What's the decision there?
It's a corner, another corner.
Ryan Boot's going forward here, so...
This really is the last throw here.
Really is the whole house, isn't it? Well, you've been saying that the Moors could easily be level. Will they do it in the last gaff scenario here? That's going to be another corner.
It's another corner. Need better delivery now.
Yeah, it certainly does. Everyone other than Cranston, the corner kick taker in the box. The wind is going to take it away, but it will reach Storer and then be headed towards the goalkeeper, and that is safe, and that is going to be it. Torquay have held on against, not against all the odds necessarily, but against the Moors, bringing all that pressure in the second half. But the difference was what we said looked like it could be a threat throughout the course of the game, which was the counter-attack. Billy Waters guiding it past Ryan Boot after cutting inside of Nathan Cameron on that counter-attack to make it 2-0. The Moors threw everything in response. There was the red card for McDonald. There was the goal, of course, for Alex Gudris. He scrambled it in at the back post off of the throw. There were so many talking points other than those in the second half. But it ends up here, Dave, with Torquay clinging on to 3 points.